I had presentations just on like one's the deep water indicator where we fish the indicator 25, 30 feet.
Oh, wow.
On a straight line.
In a lake?
In a lake.
Yeah.
And we're using, the different knots, but we actually just talk about how to use that leader, how to tie it, how to use it, how to fish it. And that's all that's
all. Yeah. You got the whole leader, the whole rig set up for
right.
And that's interesting, right? Because deep, we've talked Stillwater's a decent amount on here. And a lot of people talk, the shallower lake. In fact, you probably know Denny Rickers, right? He's been on here, and he's talked to me, even said like, just stay in the shallow water. Don't even worry about going deep at all, right? There's no reason to mess. He's pretty opinionated. But what's your take on that?
Well, it matters on the lake too.
Yeah,
if you have a cold water lake where you have lots of cold water, like for example, Lake Almanor. Lake Almanor during the spring, we have a lot of shallow water and we have great fishing in the shallow water. But when June happens and July and August happen, the fish leave the shallow water and they go to deep water or they go to the springs. So you have to fish deeper to get to them. And sometimes the water gets so warm on the surface that, like on my boat, I have sonar, so I can actually tell the temperature going down.
Oh, wow.
And there's places where you'll see a biomass line, and then past that biomass line is too hot for the fish. So we don't even fish. We're like, okay, we're done for a month. Because if we pull the fish through that hot water, we're going to kill it.
Wow.
And I don't want to kill big brown trout and big rainbows.
No.
So,
Okay, so that's your deep. So you guys get down at a certain time down deep where the fish are. And then on that setup, talk about maybe talk about that rig a little bit. What is your leader?
The rig's pretty easy, actually. Yeah. It came about, and I've written about it too.
Okay.
There's articles on it in the California Fly Fisher magazine.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But what's so cool about it is just a piece of 20-pound fluorocarbon that you can make them 20 feet long. You can make them 25 feet long. I have ones that are 40 feet long. And then we have 5 feet of tippet off the bottom of it. So what it is basically a barrel swivel on either end. And then you have one bobber stop that's up on the top, so towards your fly line, and then you put an indicator on. And when the whole thing sinks, the indicator just rises to the bobber stop and stops it. And then you're at your set depth.
Yep. And a bobber stop is that just a piece of, what is the bobber stop?
The bobber stop, you got to go to the dart schools or the dart shops.
It's more of a conventional fishing type of thing. Right?
Yeah, but what it is it's a little rubber piece that you can thread onto your leader, and it stops your bobber, and it works on friction. And so you can move it up and down on your leader. So
really easily, you can move this thing super. Yeah, it seems like a great idea.
Yeah. Well, a long story to that, but we used to make our own. But the great thing about these is that they're available everywhere. But you can take them. In fact, most of the fly shops are now carrying them. But you can move them up and down, and you can set your depth. So what happens is this whole leader sinking because you have a fly on it, and then you have a little weight. And the whole leader sinking through the water column, and the indicator's just laying there on the surface. And then right when it hits the bobber stop, it just pops up. And you're vertical.
Oh, wow.
And what's great is that it's highly sensitive too. And I mean, if a fish grabs it, it's going to shake it or do whatever it does on the indicator. And you can cast it too, because you can, when you strip it all the way in, you have the fluorocarbon comes in through your guides and you can cast it, and then you have to kind of mend to it to get the line.
You're not casting 20 or 30 feet of leader.
Right. Because the indicator falls all the way to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And so then when it all sinks again, the indicator rises to the top.